Howdy, folks. How are you? It is Gigi with Invite the Light. It's a little chilly in here, so I've got my coat on. Plus, my sweater is like a little wrinkled, so. I am coming to you with a reading on Justin Bieber. A lot of you have been asking, so here it is. So let's see what is going on with Justin. And give me 1 second here. Just the overall thing that's going on. You guys usually want to know about what the heck is going on here. Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh, hello, folks. How are you? Give me 1 second just to clear off, clear my screen here. I just got like a ton of reminders. Okay, snooze for 1 hour. Okay, cool. All right. That fast, some of you guys are like, I'm gone. All right, so I'm going to talk about Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. How is he doing? What's going on with him? These cards are a little big. All right, those fell out. So I have learned that actually take the ones that fall out in my readings. Okay. So we have here the Three of Summer, which is like the Three of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Winter, the Two of Winter, the Princess of Autumn, and the High Priestess. For me, it seems like they may be trying to go out a little less, both he and Haley, or that there's some real discussion about going out a lot less, or actually this also might represent the wedding that they had. There was a lot of issues regarding that wedding. I mean, here, and then Haley always is like hailing with the sword. She never comes up as like the Queen of Wands. I think she's like a Sagittarius or something like that. But there's a Queen of Winter right there, which is the Queen of Swords. So it looks to me like right now, based on these cards, there's still a lot of turmoil going around behind this marriage, and trying to paint this facade that things are okay when things are not behind the scenes. It seems to me that they've also kind of isolated themselves and become a lot more defensive as well. I'm going to take these cards up because I don't follow them, so I just feel like sort of strange trying to navigate through that high. Will he go on tour in the UK? Darling, I don't know if he'll go on tour in the UK. I mean, that's more like, a question for his manager than for the cards. Do you want me to see if he's like going to go on tour in general? Maybe I could look into that. But really go on tour in the UK? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. So what is going on with Justin and Haley? What's going on with them? Give me 1 second to really focus on this. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave that. Let's see what cards come up. Some weird cards here. Excuse me. So the cards are let your friends help you, getting to know each other, keeping an open mind, worth waiting for. And the wedding card is on the end. So let me just clarify some of this stuff because There definitely seems like, their friends were involved in the wedding, obviously. That's what's being shown here, but, that there's still, like, some wrinkles to iron out between the 2 of these folks, and that they just have a lot of challenges within their marriage, just how different they're like a lot different, and it just has required a lot of intervention. I think a lot of family intervention as well. Um, Justin is still like an entertainment piece in that family, you know? And I think that's where he still struggles quietly on his own, like just feeling like he is constantly like the subject of just groupies everywhere he turns, as opposed to people who really connect with him. So I think, excuse me, I think he struggles with that a bit. I think he struggles with that in this marriage. But let's just see what is the wedding card here. Okay. I think obviously the both of them felt like there was this success with finally having that official wedding or whatever, but it's kind of like a passing feeling. And now, they're living together having felt that they've accomplished this marriage as well, but there's just something sort of like shady. I don't know if Haley has like kind of changed her behavior as well, since they've gotten more officially married, but there just feels like there's some kind of change from day to night as well. Oh, okay. I will answer your question, Samaya, in just a little bit. Right now, I don't see anything indicating anything on tour, but I'm asking about his love life, so I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. Um, I feel like as well that there's a discouragement in this marriage. Speaking of tour, to be quite honest, for him to go on tour, for him to actually be out in the world, um, there really feels like this kind of feeling of being confined to the home area and stuff like that. Because you notice he hasn't really gone on tour anyway since they've been married, though. And I feel like, the church situation as well is they use that a lot to like control, as a means of control. Like, you have to commit to your marriage. You can't really be doing this and that. And the church says, you have to do this and that. So let me just see what's going on here. I do think that there's discussion for Haley to become pregnant. Let me just see something here. There seems to have been some delays in doing that, clearly. Give me 1 second here. It's something again, like I haven't read for Justin and Haley, I think in a good 6 months or whatever, but what I read a long time ago is the reason why it's been hard for her to get pregnant is because he's not really into it at the end of the day. And I mean, as a human being, like who's conflicted in his own sort of like childhood or whatever, I don't know. Like, it's like he's kind of not fully ready to grow up. There's something in his personality. So like there's part of him that would like to have a child, of course, but um he doesn't make it happen because I think I don't want to say it's on a on a chemical level, but I just saw that a long time ago. It's hard for them to become pregnant because he's not really ready energetically, truly to be giving birth to a child. So, I guess it's been a little hard for her to become pregnant, but I mean, it's certainly there. She definitely wants that. The church is definitely pushing for that, or whomever. Like, before her father used to be so heavily involved, and then, in a lot of the later readings, the church was seeming to be heavily involved as well. So it also feels like um that as well. In fact, it feels like they're very involved in their relationship. In fact, I think they call them in for some kind of counseling. They, they disguise it as counseling, but it really is a lot of control, a lot of control about what should be done, about Haley becoming pregnant, and I'll read on that just a little bit more. Um, and I feel like right now, again with these two cards here, I feel like they are trying to work on becoming pregnant, and just feel like Justin is feeling like really pressured, here with these two cards about pregnancy. It looks like he wants to actually, make that happen to a certain extent, but there's like a small part of him as well. Ooh, look at this. I'm telling you, there's like a part of him that doesn't want to produce a child, at least not right now. What is this about? Hold on one second. Let me see something. What is this about? Oops. For those of you who are watching, have you ever been to my channel before? The Magician. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I guess nobody's going to answer that question. So it's just silence, like I'm just talking to nobody. Um, let's see here. I just think there's something there with him making a child. So also, if any of you have been watching this video for 5 or so minutes and you're still watching it, would you please hit the like button? That would be great. It helps me get YouTube to put it on your timelines faster. And it also helps my channel. So that's basically it. All right. And nobody wants to hit the like button. So you know what? Sorry. This video is going to end. I'm going to take it over to the extended portion. And for those of you who can do the favor of helping the channel as well, that's great. If not, oh well. Well, why? Thank you. I'm still going to go over to the extended version, but I just think at this point in time, like there's still something funky in this marriage. So I'm going to take a look at that over the extended version. I'm going to take a look at what Haley's feelings are in this, like where they are in the pregnancy. And I'm sorry, I did say I was going to ask if Justin was going on tour. Honestly, I don't think he's going on tour right now, or I just feel like there's a lot of pressure for him to stay home, to stay around and to basically get Haley pregnant. Yeah, I mean, there's just something really kind of strange going on and off in that relationship. So I'm going to look at that in an extended version here, but I do want to ask about a little bit more about your tour. I think if there's a pull between like just his management team and then his obligations at home. So what is more of this? I just do feel like the way I was feeling before in his older readings, which you guys are welcome to take a look at, because I feel like I was much more connected then than I am now. But there's a lot of mental pressure there. Yes, you have. Oh, okay, no problem. I actually kind of forgot why I was asking you guys that, but you get kind of triggered when people are sitting there in the room and you just ask, um, and nobody answers. So it seems like you're talking to yourself, and people are just like, "Well, we're not going to answer you, but we're going to still keep watching you talk." And I don't know if you've ever been on the other end of that, but it just feels super disrespectful. Um, you know, so. I think eventually, what he will do, Samaya, is go to 1 or 2 cities, maybe 5. Can I just ask you, has he been on tour at all? Because everything from my old readings shows that he hadn't really necessarily done anything. I mean, I know he was like on with the music, off with the music. It seems like ever since he's married Haley, like he really hasn't gone much of anywhere. And when he does choose to go somewhere, it's a huge burden. Like it's a lot of pressure to be home. When are you going to be home? You're not going to leave Haley for long. You're not. I don't see the father, Haley's father. He used to be very heavily involved in these readings, but he doesn't seem to be much so anymore. So I'm going to check out just a little bit more on this. I'm going to check out what is going on with the church being so involved in their marriage here, and a multitude of other things. How their home life is really going, what's really going on with their wedding, why is Justin feeling overwhelmed, um, and his love for this marriage, like what's up with that, because at the same time he's trying to hold himself back from something. So that is what I will be doing. If you guys are interested in that, I'll be posting the link for that in maybe like 30 minutes or so. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.